takes quite some time, it's very slow moving conversion. Okay, fixed firefighting systems. So we were on this. Uh, One is gas type. Okay, some of the major rules you understand always. Storage room for fire extinguishing medium, as well as the firefighting system, the extinguishing system, cannot be inside the place it protects. It has to be somewhere else. That means, for example, CO2 room cannot be part of machinery space. CO2 room cannot be part of any store or say holds, cargo areas, cargo holds. So this is one important thing. Always remember, all these things must be outside. All the controls are also outside, not in the same space. That means each space is isolated and the controller is outside. One minute, we were here. Okay, we have got gas type of fire extinguishing system, high expansion foam, fixed water pressure. One means pressure water spraying system, that is water system. And then there are some specialist systems which generally you shall not see. Generally, because then you get into the salons and all, which were allowed once upon a time, and today, if at all any specific thing is required like this, though very very unlikely that you will need a very specific gas, because those things will generally go in containers. Nowadays you don't have uh, ships which carry really so much of a general cargo. Okay, steam is not permitted. Okay, and long back the use would stopped long ago. Engine room will have generally foam extinguishers. Then boiler room will have a 45-liter type big what wheels with wheels. Okay. So in engine room, within 10 meters, every 10 meters you shall find a foam extinguisher in machinery space. I keep on saying engine room, technically it should be machinery space, but you will have it every 10 meters. Fog applicators, the one you have seen in the lab with the big pipe, those ones, those 2 meter length pipes and all, those ones are more on passenger ships. Then you will have them on ro-ro ships or the special places, that is special spaces means automatically it comes a passenger ship. Then machinery spaces, today's ships, you will always have two systems. One is a carbon dioxide system and other one will be generally hypermist, and none of them you put it on automatic. For the reason is you keep on getting false alarms, and you do not want anybody to get hurt because there was a false alarm and the system got activated. These things happen. I mean, this is not something new. These things do happen. One second, somebody is at the door. Let me just have a look. One second. कुरियर आहे विजय नंबर पाहिजे असेल ना तुला हा एक मिनिट हां 1550 थैंक यू। एक मार्क दे दो। Okay, sorry. There was a courier, and this is a different courier company, and he needed the number. Okay. Now, like I told you, hypermesh systems, and what happens is hypermesh system has come in because it is very safe to use it. It is like a fog drifting down, more very romantic type. Only thing nobody sings that time, but it is like fog drifting down and absorbing all the heat in engine room. Machinery spaces you will always find hypermesh system today. Passenger ships sprinklers, because they detect fire, they contain it and try to extinguish it, and they also give alarm, because moment detection is there, the first thing that starts actually in the key sequence is if fire is detected because of the heat, because sprinkler systems work on heat, the first thing that will happen is that quartz bulb will break. That means the sprinkler has started, water spraying has started, and because there is a drop in the line pressure, the alarm starts. So remember this is how the sprinkler alarm starts. The first it starts extinguishing and then gives alarm, technically speaking. So those those ones work on heat, and those quartz bulbs, uh, they are not like other detectors where detector picks up, sends the electronic signal, and then the alarm starts. No, here it bursts and the alarm is fixed on pressure system. So moment the line pressure drops, it starts the pump and it also starts the alarm. Got it? I think you must be clear now. Cargo ships, normally you don't have it, except manual ones. Generally you will find in a paint locker, and you may find generally paint locker, I will say, and if at all anywhere you have got small compartments where it is possible that you can, but that is generally manual. You start the fire pump, open the valve, and the sprinkler starts, and you make sure that everything is closed. Or for the purpose of paint rooms, you also can have carbon dioxide system, that is again manual, but you have a cylinder outside the compartment where you just open the valve and release the CO2 inside. Dry powder systems may be there, though I have not seen one. The sprinkler system 5 liters per square meter per minute, and also then there is something more than that. Now this is like small lockers, small lock 4 square meters, means just about 40 square feet. So there you can have another type, like instead of any one of the fixed system, you can have portable carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. Deep fat cooking, there is a system on top which just fills it up with foam, because it is like hot oil from kadai, when you're deep frying, that oil can spread quickly and start fire. So there is a special one for that. So all the galleys you will find a special system, deep fat cooking equipment has got a from top. There will be, of course, like these are minor things actually, but in case you remember is good. there is always a backup thermostat. Means there are two things, it is not based on one, because if there is a failure, even we say fail proof system and all, but what is the fail proof principle is, we assume it is bad and we take the action. Now if you are going to have an automatic thing, if your thermostat goes out, it will assume it is fire and it will start working. So you have got second thermostat also. So if one fails, the second one is still telling you no, it's okay. Then it automatically turns off the electric power and so on. Here we start the one of the main thing, fire extinguishing arrangements in cargo spaces. Now what happens, cargo spaces, you will have normally a CO2 system, a gas system, or inert gas, normally a CO2, because that is still going around, and you will also be getting maybe nitrogen based systems or inert gas based systems. They all have got the same property, like they don't have oxygen there, they replace the oxygen and with the inert gas, so the fire has to die. Now it is like you take the 40% of the capacity, the cubic volume of the largest compartment on the ship, which is getting protected by CO2 system, and you keep that much of CO2 there, and then when you release it, you release in banks, first dose so much, then the second dose. And if you are going to carry dangerous goods, you may need additional requirements based on what sort of capacity your ship has got, what type of dangerous goods, and what sort of storage arrangements, and so on. Cargo tank protection, it is always the medium expansion foam. It is in open. Now remember one thing, the gas systems are used in enclosed spaces. Foam is used in open spaces, except the high expansion foam. This medium expansion foam, idea of this is, in case there is an explosion, tank gets ruptured, then there will be a open area of the inflammable liquid. Now what will be the area, assuming just full cargo area, correct? The worst possible scenario is the full cargo area is exposed, so that much area must get covered by the foam, that much foam capacity is given, and that's why you got applicators. Those fixed applicators, they're just like some sort of a nozzles, and there is a direction you can use, but idea is fill up whole deck with foam. And now of course the deck won't be there in case of this. Now empty deck you putting foam has got no meaning, unless you expect now additional problem is coming, because you are not sure. So in that case you may coat it completely, so that if there is any leak, anything, it will be contained. It's if there is an explosion, you again fill up, so the foam will cover up all the loose surface on the oil. Next one is cargo pump rooms. Now here there is a choice. Okay, one of the following fixed extinguishing systems operated from readily accessible position outside the pump room. So again we are coming back to the same thing, that the controller has to be outside in safe place. A carbon dioxide system with audible warning before you release it, and this is the very tricky part of it. What happens is, if you have got inflammable vapor air mixture inside, and if you release CO2, there is a possibility at the nozzle there will be static, and there will be ice accretion, sort of, the ice crystals will be formed at the nozzle, and they will cause a spark because of static electricity. So it is always dangerous to, this is what ignition, this is what you should be aware of. You don't use it for inerting purpose, because what is inerting purpose? Suppose if I have got a possibility of fire in cargo hold carrying some different cargoes. I am not talking liquid cargoes, I am talking some sort of solid cargoes. I can inert the atmosphere as a precaution by just releasing CO2 and saying now it should not catch fire. Why? Because it's an inert atmosphere. But that cannot be done on a tanker. That tanker means the cargo pump. So this is very important line, the fire, for fire extinguishing and not for inerting purposes. High expansion foam system possible to have cargo, because these are quite deep. The cargo pump rooms are quite deep. It's like a building there, you can say, a smaller building but a tall building, means a building with maybe 7-8 floors, because the height, or see the draft of, okay, I'm just giving you idea, draft of the ULCC class ships today is like 24 meters. 24 meters plus add at least another 15-16 meters to reach the deck level. That is 40 meters depth. Cargo pump room should have at least 40 meters, means our each floor is approximately, I think, 3 to 4 meters. So it's 10-story building, a narrow building. So it is the deep, there is enough volume, so it can work if you have got high expansion foam system. Now, okay, provide that foam concentrate supply and all. Of course, it is expected. No, if you put system, it has to be there. Or high pressure water spraying system. That is like a hyper mist system. So you just allow that thing, whole temperature to be taken off, because one of the problems is when we deal with pump room, one bulkhead is cargo tank, other bulkhead is engine room. Engine room normally will be warm place, so it will be always sweaty place anyway, one way or the other. And cargo, it depends, because cargoes are also heated. Cargoes may be heated to 40 degrees Celsius. So that is where you have to be, there is enough heat, so difference in heat is much lesser. So high pressure system can work much better by removing the heat. And there will be sufficient quantity. So what happens is, medium should not be more than the largest compartment. Now largest compartment we are talking is not cargo pump room, it will be one of the cargo tanks. Coming to, now that was sort of a revision we have finished. Okay, now fireman's outfit. Standard thing, minimum 2 must be kept in a place which is accessible. For every 80 meters on passenger ships you need 1, so it can be more than 2 sets. Now what it contains normally: outfits, personal equipment, and then there is a full list somewhere here. Breathing apparatus, when you have got, the requirement is, if you wear one cylinder on body, you must have 2 spare cylinders. And also there is a requirement, like that is 2 spare for each. It is possible if like passenger ships and all, you have got larger numbers, so they do give concession. If you can interchange the cylinders, then okay, thoda kam karo. But it sounds little stupid, because you are looking at hundreds of millions of dollars, and then you are going to argue with $200. It doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, regardless of how rich they are, ship owners can be beggars in front of authorities to gain something. Now another thing is, if you have got arrangement to recharge the cylinders, the compressed air breathing apparatus cylinders. If you have got a medical compressor, what is required for charging these bottles, and that is also working on uh, emergency generator, means emergency power source, then you can get concession of reducing number of cylinders. But most of the shipping companies will not go for it, because the idea is you can do better drills if you can go bindas and use the breathing apparatus. If you are going to be scared of अरे हवा खत्म हो जाएगी फिर मैं क्या करूँगा, then you don't pay that much of attention for these drills. And we need, most important thing on a ship is emergency drill. Storage, it must be easily accessible location, that is, and clearly marked with the, there is a sticker and all, that all must be there. Okay. Passenger ships, of course, I don't put so much, because again this is the reference book and you can't be mugging up everything. So we move to rule regulation 11. Nobody is on chat. Good. 38. Structural integrity. Now see, simple rule, no? Maintain structural integrity of the ship, preventing partial or whole collapse of the ship structure due to strength deterioration by heat. Means it should not happen that there is a fire and heat deteriorates the strength of the material, means it starts melting and all, and it starts collapsing. Then there will not be separation. That means what we thought, that we made a ship with number of boxes, each is separate, and one the fire shouldn't go from one compartment to other. That whole thing will fail. The material used in the ship structure shall ensure that the structural integrity is not degraded due to fire. That is one of the things you will find if you search on YouTube and all. You will find ships after fire. You know, after fire, what you see? The steel structure with corrosion and all you will see. But it is very much there as it is. It doesn't collapse. So this was a small rule. Wow, 39th person has also come. So today it's a hit. Actually, some of you must be getting bored with it if you paid attention earlier. Escape. Because we have seen that finally we all try everything, contain the fire, extinguish it, everything well said and done. But in case it goes out of control, you cannot be having a movie style, people have to die. No. We always think about still you should escape. If you can't tackle it, it goes beyond your control, no problem, you escape. Now this escape is always to embarkation deck, and to notify crew and passengers of a fire on board for safe evacuation, because passenger ships all the issues will come, because you have to start evacuating passengers if there is fire. So alarm system tells you only yes there is something. Public address system can give you lot more information. Means you try to keep calm with passengers and then you tell them please go this way, that way, you know, slowly you keep on making announcement. General alarm system is a standard bell, you know, like you train, you keep on doing it. Now shall be available throughout accommodation, service spaces, control stations and open decks. So public address system is also heard on deck. Even if you are on deck somewhere right forward, you will still hear it. That is public address system. It cannot be the case of वो बोला एकोमोडेशन में सुनने को आया, बाहर हम उनको सुनने को नहीं है. नो वे. Now we are on 13. Doing quite nicely. Escape. So we are saying we can warn people that there is fire, like passengers basically. And when we mention the crew word there, you understand one thing. Even on passenger ships, you have got people who come under crew. They have done the elementary firefighting courses and all, but they have got their limitations, because the guy who works in a canteen, okay, what do you expect? He may be very much willing, agreed, enthusiasm can be there, but he can't do anything about it. I think if anybody has read Bible, you will know. What is that? Flesh is weak or something like that. It is towards the end. When
बाइबल नहीं पढ़ी सर.
कोई ना कोई पढ़ा होगा ना.
हिंदू है सर, हम हिंदू.
तो क्या हो गया?
हम नहीं पढ़ेंगे सर.
क्यों नहीं?
नहीं.
हाँ, ऐसा थोड़ी होता है.
हिंदू है सर हम.
तो क्या हो गया?
नहीं नहीं सर.
You should have a very open
कभी
mind.
नहीं, कभी
हाँ,
नहीं सर.
spirit is strong but flesh is weak. It is in Bible.
Oh.
There will be some people. I read all. I got no problems.
सर आपने कुरान भी पढ़ी है?
हाँ, जो कुछ इंग्लिश में मिला पढ़ने को वो पढ़ लिया.
अच्छा,
Why not?
बढ़िया सर.
Means I don't
बढ़िया.
understand. Actually, there is misunderstanding, because my belief is that Hindus have been given freedom to search for knowledge anywhere. We are not restricted that you cannot read this, you cannot read that. That was restricted by some other religions, but Hinduism never told you not to read anything. Understand, you understand people better. सबके साथ लड़ाई झगड़ा करेंगे क्या? It will be madhouse. Okay. Provide means of escape so that person on board can safely and swiftly escape to the lifeboat and life raft embarkation deck. This is the purpose. Regulation 13. Means of escape, which we have been. We know that escape route has to be provided, so shall be provided. Escape route must be maintained in safe condition, clear of obstacles. Now, clear of obstacles ये हमारे हाथ में होता है, because we know the thing and we can create obstacles there ourselves. But as far as designing goes, it is clear of obstacles. Safe condition means it is protected by, of course, if you are inside a compartment, it is a little different issue, but otherwise it is always by class A bulkheads. Now, aids are given for escape. That is like to ensure accessibility, markings will be there, the route will be shown, then there will be lighting at the below. You remember that what we have done? Means of escape, escape route, what the door shall be in the same direction, opening and so on. याद में है? Two widely separated ready means of escape means one will be on port, one will be on starboard.
Yes sir.
The ladders will not be like this, ladders will be like in 4.5 direction only.
Yes sir.
Lifts are not considered as lift, or the portable ladders are not considered part of escape route. 1 minute, I have got some query. Very good. Everybody remembers, eh? Good, you all are good guys. Because escape route is one of the things, questions can always come. Not only that, even on interviews and all, just something you can always ask from escape routes. Remember, the lower level you have got lighting and other things, because in case the smoke gets filled up, in case, it should not normally, but in case, you can see from bottom. because smoke will be above. Okay, we are coming back to favorite ones. Okay, it leads to embarkation decks, and it is there anywhere. Idea is wherever you are on a ship which are normally employed, wherever you normally work, from there it guides you to the embarkation deck. Escape route, doors will open in the direction of escape, unless sometimes it is like that is the idea, but exception can be made. Stairways will not be less than 800 millimeters wide with handrails on both the sides. Markings are there by lighting photoluminescent strips indicating place not more than 300 millimeter above the deck, means from bottom. Okay, not too high, down. And all the illumination is on emergency source of power. Additionally, this photoluminescent is also approved material or marked by lighting. Now this lighting stuff, best example where you will see, if you go to typically decent hotels, you will notice that they have got it at the bottom, and lot of households are keeping nowadays. Next to staircase also you have got at the bottom lighting. Lot of households are doing it, because what happens at night time and all, especially if you have an elderly person and all, he starts looking around, because that time you can't see clearly. So yes, very good. He remembers hostel now. तो तुम लोग का दिमाग खराब हो गया अभी. Okay, cabins, stateroom. Those stateroom is like those big gathering places, means it may be office, it may be saloon, dining places and all. Shall not require keys to unlock them from inside of the room. That means what you see is from inside you have got some sort of a knob or something which you can move with the hand. You don't need a key. From outside you need the key. Now, none of the doors on escape route should have keys to unlock them. Yes, you may have these locks where you have got to just twist it and open it, okay. But no key arrangement, means not even having a key next to it and break the glass and open, no. Because you understand why, what is the simple logic here. Escape means it is towards end, means where there is nothing is left. You are escaping everything. Are you going to spend time opening locks? You don't have time. That is the reason you can't lock them. You don't have any locks, nothing. You just go tuck tuck and you are running. That's it. It is like the typical movies and all you see, how you escape, baal bach gaya. It's like that. Like, saved by hair's breadth. Then
Yes, sir.
you see in the beginning we saw some of the things which was mentioned. Additional aids for escape shall be provided. 1.3.
Yes.
So now we come to additional aid here. Okay. EEBD, emergency escape breathing device. It will always, everything will always comply with FSS code. Spare emergency escape breathing device shall be kept on board, even a spare. Okay, all ships carry at least 2 within accommodation spaces. Now we don't normally expect people fighting over it, that मैं use करूँगा तू नहीं, होना नहीं मिलता है. Now this FSS code, when we start, we'll go through it. Roro spaces and all two means that's general. In general, there are two escape routes. So that is in general. Now this is something that is redefined again because of Roro spaces. You see, the ferries and all have become very important. Why? Because that is where you got passengers involved. That is where the problem comes. And also remember one more thing: escape route keeps on expanding in width. Okay, passenger ships, especially passenger ships, it keeps on expanding, including after every ladder there is a holding area, like there is a bigger platform there because people can get tired while climbing up. So they want to catch the breath, so there will be more people there, no? So some people can and then they can start again. Now B class door and not just forget it, but this basically principle is the cabin side other than the means of key or key card. Now when you say if there are key instead of key there are key cards, there will be arrangement by which moment the fire alarm comes it will open up automatically, the locks will open up automatically. Flexible ladders shall never be part of escape route, which we did say earlier. Okay, we were on 13, no? 13, 14. Operational readiness and maintenance. Now this is something which should be done on every ship, but I have also seen, means of course during my sailing days, so long before you were born, on Indian ships, national flagships, I will rather not saying Indian, but national flagships, generally things are very slack because of variety of issues, labor union issues, this, that, variety of issues. But that is where this operational readiness and maintenance used to be one of the concerns, not on foreign ships. Means we were always very careful because foreign ships, no excuse, you will be thrown out of the job if you don't do your job. Purpose of this regulation is to maintain and monitor the effectiveness of safety measures the ship is given, whatever it is there on the board. Functional requirements shall be met, means what? Fire protection system, firefighting system and appliances shall be maintained ready for use. This is something, again and again I have mentioned it, this means 24/7. In case you are taking out anything for repairs or maintenance, whatever, it just maybe just maintenance checking, you have to have alternate arrangement ready. Otherwise it has to be always ready for use. You cannot say मैं आज काम किया इतना अभी कल करेगा. No. When we take any one of the jobs in hand, we complete it. Means if yes, I had planned completion by 5 o'clock, it did not finish. That doesn't mean I'm going to postpone it and say I will do it tomorrow. No. We work overtime and we finish it. Once it is finished, then okay, working hours, rest period can be adjusted. That is not a problem. But you cannot leave it for tomorrow. Then the same things shall be properly tested and inspected. So this is testing and inspection. Maintenance is something that comes out after testing and inspection. No, this is not okay, that is, or there is a planned maintenance, lubricate this, lubricate that, check the connection, coat it with this, whatever it is. Fire protection systems means protection of opening, penetrations, everything, means in simple words what you are looking at it is doors, everything is part and parcel. It is not only your mobile equipment or you will say fixed equipment. No, this is what covers up all the doors. fire resisting divisions means the bulkheads, those class A bulkheads and all. Now any opening in it or any penetration is there because pipeline is going through, so it will be penetration will be there. So those things also must be properly maintained. The door must be properly maintained. You cannot have insulation from door is gone. No, it has to maintain the way it is supposed to be. Fire detection, fire alarm systems. That is, general fire alarm system is linked with the emergency alarms, and detectors are there. So depending on what detectors you have got. Means of escape system and appliances. So you are talking about escape system also must be maintained, tested, inspected and maintained, right? So how do you test escape route? You actually make somebody run and check escape. Inspection, every door, everything you will see, yes, is opening properly, not jammed, the openings are okay, the lights are working, not some lights are fused, the labels are okay, not dirty because somebody put a panja on it. No, this is what you check on escape routes. And again we are coming to the same point, good working order and readily available for immediate use. This immediate use part used to get mixed up here also. We had some people earlier, but now they're gone. And then there are still some of the older faculties, they still get into to start fire pump we must follow the instructions. No, everywhere that is our job to make sure it is always in good working condition. So this is that line, firefighting systems and appliances shall be kept in good working order and readily available for immediate use. So you cannot have this huge 1 meter 2 meter long instructions how to start emergency fire pump, open valve A, close valve B. No, you cannot. Everything has to be totally ready. One press button and it is in action. Portable extinguishers which have been discharged shall be immediately recharged or replaced with equivalent units. You realize this part? It happens after every drill. We try to utilize some extinguishers at least once or twice in a month. You will find some extinguishers discharged, and that is where generally cadets come in. Okay, they have to assist second mate, third mate, whoever is there to refill it immediately and put it there. Unless you have got a spare one, equivalent one, put it there and then do it. That's okay. But that must be, number must be maintained all the time. Maintenance service inspections. Now they are generally as a planned maintenance system as well as manufacturer's instructions, and you will have it what to do every week, every 15 days, every month, 3 months, 6 months, year. Maintenance plan is there, and this is generally a wall chart which is put there, and then you keep on marking as you do the job with China graph pencil or something. So it shows what is done. Then there will be, today of course it will be computer based, but you have to ensure that all record keeping is maintained. The maintenance plan will also be accompanied by all the instructions, how to maintain, what to check, what to test. Like somebody says your test is fire hose, but test means what? Just fill up water and try it? No, you maintain the pressure is there, how much pressure, yes, tick mark, it attained the right pressure, then you check this, check that. So all the instructions are there, you have to just follow it. Now the maintenance plan will include all this like fire pumps, etc., hoses, nozzles, shore connection, fire detectors, fire alarms, fire extinguishers, automatic sprinkler, etc., ventilation systems. Now ventilation systems also come in, including dampers and their controls, because generally what happens is ventilation systems and these dampers, if they are not used, they get frozen there, because ship is made up of steel, you have got a lot of salt in the air. So salt finds a way, condensation will be there sometime or the other. So rust can form and it can get jammed up. So a good routine is normally all these dampers are always open, close. Only thing, if they are on a powered ventilation system with the blower on, you have to consult the ETO or the engineers to switch it off for that brief period of half a minute, 1 minute when you check it out. But this is where normally the problems come here. There's ventilators, and then again what happens is lot of ventilator flaps have got rubber gaskets or like different types of gaskets and all, and those are like small windows, and then you find they are frozen because what happens again, you always need an arrangement where it is either open or shut. So both places you have got securing arrangement. Now I kept it open for last 3 months and nobody bothered checking. Then you go in 4th month and you find it is frozen there. So you are in trouble. Then you will have to get rid of that corrosion, then you need hot work, then you free it so it starts moving easily and so on. So ventilators, always remember, it is more trickier part. Emergency shutdown of fuel supply, when it is tested, obviously chief engineer knows it, because it should not happen. You tested it, it is one way. Remember, emergency shutdowns are always one way. Means I can stop thing, but I cannot restart. Restarting is a different procedure altogether. Restarting is done, including your crane stops and all, emergency stops. Once it cuts off, except for the certain type, then you need overrides and all. It's always remember, it is one way. Stop it, stops it. Resetting is required after that. So if you shut down emergency supply, valve closes. To open it, it has to be done manually. Otherwise, check किया and you thought that you have done it, my handle वापस कर दिया, and then you will find engine stopping. Fire doors including their controls, because fire. Okay Apurva, what happened? Time up or what? नहीं time है. Apurva, ask on chat. Hey? Okay, fine, no problem. Okay. Fire doors, because what happens is lot of doors we keep open for convenience. There are electromagnets there which hold the door in open position, but moment there is a fire alarm, they close, and there is a self-closing arrangement for them. So the electromagnet stops holding it and allows the spring action to close the door. So those ones also, fire doors including their control, means you have to test the control by pressing it, doors are closing or no. General alarms, emergency breathing devices, means you will check and make sure it's working, and you also check the pressures, the pressure is enough or no. Otherwise testing में गया, when you need it there is nothing. These things have actually happened earlier. It's not something should happen, but it has happened in the past. Portable extinguishers, now again including spare charges. Now remember one thing, all these things when you are testing, you are also checking your spare parts inventories also. Okay, if it is not mentioned, remember spare parts inventories and the spare parts also must be checked along with all this. Fireman's outfits, पूरा खोल के देखने का, everything is working and so on. Maintenance program may be computer based, that is what you are going to get anyway. Means I don't think today's world you are going to see, because when I was there only we had computer based, because I worked for volumes on that to get all our ships on planned maintenance system. So this first we started with life saving appliances and all, then we computerized that, and then we decided to go for full PMS for the all sorts of equipment. So I worked about how much, 2 months or something in Hong Kong, and I got it done to program some software. So today we stop at 14. Okay. Next time we will go on 15.